My name is Damon McPherson. I am a local pastor of the Way Ministries in Vancouver, Washington, and I'm also the outreach coordinator at the Multnomah County Public Defenders Office Community Outreach Division. More importantly than what it has to do with the way the employers see me or the way the housing unit sees me or whoever it is that I'm applying for when they pull up my record, more importantly than what they see, it's when a person has an opportunity to have their record expunged and get a new lease on an opportunity on life, it changes the way they see themselves. And I think is the barrier that needs to be removed for people to be productive. And this has been, I believe, such an imbalance in the justice, especially in Northeast Portland. And when I was in Corvallis, I came home for spring break and was riding around in Portland. I had some marijuana in the car, got pulled over for no reason. And of course, they asked could they search the vehicle, in which I said, do I have a choice? Not really. So they searched the vehicle, found the marijuana. And from that point on, I was kind of put on probation, was given a short sentence. But that was a segue to putting me into the system originally, where I, of course, had probation violations and continued on. Then they extended my probation, and I think it was 12 years later, I was, from that day, finally able to get off probation. But through the process, I ended up with 3 felonies. And here just, now you fast forward the movie 25 years later, that was in 1994. Met Michael, and we had a conversation about this expungement process. Went ahead and met with him, and from the day of conception to expungement, it was about a 4-month process. I was able to get all my felonies expunged, removed, and arrest record removed. And it's been a pretty phenomenal thing. Some of the ways that we can rectify some of these injustices who really detrimentally affected the black community is to make some of these, I believe, attributes, some of these resources, some of these great opportunities that are now presenting themselves through the cannabis industry. I think those opportunities, those doors need to be open and accessed to the very community that was affected by some of these injustices. And I think we've scratched the surface, but I think more collaboration, the narrative needs to be continued to be pushed. We have not arrived. I don't think that when I think of dispensaries, when I think of some of the places that exist, very few are black owned, and I don't know if I know there's a large process. I don't know the process, but I'm assuming that if it's anything like some of the other things I've seen when it comes to systemically eliminating or making it impossible for people to become business owners or access, I think we need to just be mindful to make sure that through legislation that the process is equal across the board. And I think that comes through education, making sure people are informed through forums, through community collaboration, events where everyone's invited to the table. Because there's a lot of meetings that happen where you can't be a part of something when you're not at the table. I think and that's something that needs to be proactively done, not just in a passive way, but it needs to happen on purpose. It needs to be an on-purpose initiative to make sure that the people are at the table who are mostly affected by some of these injustices, man.